because it's now my pro debut, it's going to effectively be on the internet forever. So people can go on BOXIQ or go on the internet and find your professional boxing records. You know, talking yesterday about being getting used to being uncomfortable. I'm certainly uncomfortable, absolutely.
Rounds of boxing, we are the decision. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by unanimous decision.
22 days out. Do you know how I know that? Because my countdown timer.
What are we after today?
We are heading down to do some conditioning with Jake. It could mean sprints, could also mean doing a 5k, so we'll find out when we get down there. Seconds on, flat out, 48 seconds off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Bit of a mixture of emotions, excitement, anxiety. You know, there's going to be a lot of people there. My father, I think, is flying over. Putting a bit of pressure on myself, actually, to perform, to win. Even yesterday, sparring, I performed well, but I was nervous before getting in the ring, you know. I was telling myself that I was going to perform, but I was nervous at the same time, anxious. I remember my grandfather telling me that he was terrified every time he got it before he got into a boxing ring, even though he went around knocking most people out.
Come on, get in.
I am it.
What's it on?
Don't know. Cold. That's what's fucking on. Oh! This is doing things you don't want to do. You don't want to be sitting in an ice bath. I left Scotland not to be cold all the time. So, on the way to the gym again. Session number 2. Some technical stuff with Joe. We just discussing my food. I'm on a meal plan by Performance Plan. One of my friends, Gary, has just opened this company, and he is mad into triathlons and Ironmans and things like that, so he's a bit of an athlete himself. The meal plan has been fantastic. I have, however, had a couple of cravings sneak up in the last couple of days. Last night I saw an advert for a McDonald's when I was driving home. I thought, oh my god, I want to have a McDonald's. And then made the stupid mistake of following some Instagram pages about food in Dubai, kebabs and yeah, some pretty lovely looking things. So I had to unfollow that yesterday. On the 17th of November, we will be re-following, actually. We'll be re-following Just Food DXB, and then we will go and do a bit of a tour of Dubai.
Remember to get the feints going as well. Loads of feints. That's it. Stick the jab out after everything you throw. Just stick the jab out. Even if it's a jab, jab again. Just having that, it's like, I call it like a cobra, it's like a snake charmer. This is up and it changes their level, so people start watching this and they'll be like sort of put off to throw any exchanges. That's the whole idea. Yeah, there. That's necessarily going to...
I'm just touching.
Yeah, that's it. Feel the jabs, yeah. Yeah, but now don't leave the hand up there. So you've gone bat. As you drop down, this happens. boom, straight back. If you leave that there, yeah, because if you leave that there and go to throw the straight, you know, you can get caught on the top of the head. So jab, hold it, sit, better, good. Because then see how you naturally bring it back out again. Yeah, good. Hook straight, measure, good. Yeah, good. Rest. That's better. Yeah, see, now you're taking half a step, so then you loaded the right hand. So if I walk in again, you're right going boom, boom. You let him have it. Do it again. You're holding your feet, so you step on that last one. Just gives you a bit of time. There. Boom. Good. Now put it together like that. Do it again. Leaning. Yeah. You were working so much unnecessarily, wasting energy. Now you're picking punches, seeing opportunities. Yeah. So it's a long game, remember? You're not in, like, obviously everyone wants to knock people out, but that puts you in a very vulnerable position all the time. You're always trying to hunt to knock someone out. That opportunity might not be there till 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 5 rounds in. If you ain't got the fitness to take you that far, then more than likely you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Right, rock. So what do? You if I send you basic design, you measure me now or no?
Yeah, we will take your measurement.
Okay.
Also.
Yeah.
And you send me the logos.
Yeah.
Sponsored logos.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Your design.
Yeah.
And color also, what you. Yeah, no problem. We will do it. Only inside the.
Yeah, the lion rampant here.
Okay. No need border.
No border.
Trim is red.
And then this should be yellow or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
No, the waistband background is some yellow.
Can I have it shorter?
Okay. This 19. 18.
All right. Thank you, bro.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you tomorrow. My friend, big Senad Gashi, heavyweight boxer. He's from Albania, well, Albanian German. But I went and trained with him when I was over in Thailand for 3 weeks or whatever. You train twice, he had a fight coming up, you train twice a day and it's fucking exhausting. Like, if you do that for a prolonged period of time, you become ill. Like, I did become ill. There was one day I didn't get out of bed, I was absolutely wrecked. But if your body isn't used to it, and it's actually quite a tough job as such. I mean, most people think that, you know, it's not a proper job, but actually your average person can't train at that intent. You can't go to the gym twice a day. It's actually quite mentally taxing and monotonous actually. You get up, you go to the gym, you eat, you go home. So today, for example, I got up. No, we were in the gym early, so I didn't do any work before I left. Got back from session 1, then I did a couple of hours work. Then we've gone training again. Now I'm dropping you off, and now I'm going to go back to work. I'm going to go and do 4 or 5 hours of work. I don't know. What's weird for me is that it gives me energy. It gives me more. Like, if you sit around all day, you become lazy. So if you get up in the morning and go and exercise in the morning, it gives you energy. Whereas you would actually think that the opposite would be true. You know, you'd be tired. I find my brain works quicker and better. 22 days, 23 days, 22 days out. So tomorrow we have sparring again. So that'll be at 11 o'clock down at BOXIQ. There's usually quite a lot of people there. Yeah, we'll get some good rounds, and Saturday sparring day. So we're looking forward to it. That'll be 3 times we've sparred this week, which, because we've got a fight coming up, that's generally the number of days you want to be sparring. So if you get maybe 12, 15 rounds a week, that's what you should be aiming for, 3 times a week. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Also, Huberman does a fantastic podcast on the effect what alcohol does to your brain and body, and that should be mandatory listening for everyone. Specifically Scottish. Actually.
Oh my god.
You need to listen to that. It's fantastic. When you listen to it, you think, why does anybody do that? Why does anybody drink a poison? And then when you realise what it actually does to your body, you think, oh, never do that. But I'd actually stopped drinking before I listened to it, and I thought, oh,
You made a good choice.
yeah.